Okay, are we finally here now? That was such. Do you realize how that was such a difficult thing? I put the stream key in OBS and nothing happens, but now I have to log into my YouTube channel on OBS just to get it to run. Anyways, we're here now. I don't know why I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. OBS is a very strange app sometimes, but I'm glad that it's finally working now. I don't anticipate many people are going to be here. I haven't even done my intro yet. This is such a complicated process. I was trying to figure out it. But we are live. We are definitely live. I'm just gonna, yeah. We should be all right. Yeah, we're good. And the audio should already be fine, so we're good on that. Let's switch channels real quick again. Hold on. I'm gonna get to my intro. I just need time to figure this out. Yeah, we're good. I'm going to play another audio again. I'm gonna play the same audio that I did last time, just to make sure the audio is fine. Because obviously, if we're gonna be reviewing my album, we're gonna need some proper audio. Let's check. Oh, hold on. I just to get to my intro, I just need time to figure. Play another audio again. I'm gonna play the same audio that I did last time, just to make sure the audio is fine. Because obviously,
it is a
if we're
little
gonna be
delayed.
reviewing my album,
It is a
we're
little
gonna need
delayed.
some
I will
proper
say.
audio. Yep, it works. It works. You're gonna hear some echoing, obviously. Well, not echoing, but you're gonna hear like multiple audios on top of each other, which I guess is a little normal. Anyways, all right, let me do my intro. All right, welcome to a live stream. I started doing all right because I needed a good way to start a video without saying okay 30 times because I don't like saying okay. I try to limit filler words. Anyways, we are going to be reacting to my second studio album that dropped last night around 12 a.m. EST, aka 9 p.m. PST. This stream is definitely going to be having different segments, which I did not plan out. Honestly, I was not ready for this until like 20 minutes beforehand. But we are still going to go over the thing that I spent around 6 months on. I had to stop myself from saying 6 or 7 months because I don't like the 6-7 thing. I really don't like it. But we are getting into this. Let's just make sure this actually works. I don't want it to be muted. So my plan is I'm gonna go through each song, explain each song. Then we're gonna go through the different track lists. We're gonna see the cut songs. We're gonna play some unreleased songs that were meant to be for this, and that we're going to play some unreleased songs from this album that may make it on to a future release, which I am currently planning that. I don't necessarily want to talk about it so soon, but we're going to do this. Anyways, I'm not, sorry. These are the type of moments that I usually cut out of the videos because I don't want to have to be saying the same thing over and over again in a video. That's not good for engagement. And it's not good when I only get like a couple hundred views a video, which is still a good amount. But see, when I say that's something that I cut out of the video. But we are going to get into this. Also, I hope I am being loud enough. I usually am definitely more louder in my videos because that's how you have to be. But this is a live stream and yeah. Anyways, this is Chrome. First song. Let's play it. Intro track.
I touch I've been going through for 30, man, what's up? Been breaking it, everything, you don't get it, man, what we doing? See shine, see time, way too much, be blood me. I've been nothing, we just got it, we cut it to bread. Shut up, no more, shut up, you'll be different, what's been said. If you're not careful, you find it, no, right next to your head. Now you've been, but you see everything in infrared. Can't even read this list, man, I just been feeling pure dread. Some things I've been reading seem a little bit too outlandish. Feels like if you look too much into it, you'll just vanish. Get rich and buy a crib, now it looks like Atlantis. Album's already up, but I might just expand this.
So that's Chrome. I'm sure that the YouTube automatic captions detection thing does not really understand what I said in the song, and will definitely not understand it from this live stream. But these are the full lyrics. All of the lyrics are in the description of the videos, because I thought it'd be a good idea to do that. And I'm not logged into my main song verified channel, because YouTube added a thing where when you're just in regular theater mode like this. Okay, well, I don't know where it is anymore, but YouTube had a theater mode option that it's still a thing. It's just not visible. You have to press T on mobile depending on what account you're on. My main YouTube watching channel still has it. My main channel still has it, but when I log into my verified song channel, my artist channel, it doesn't have it. It just goes full screen, which I don't like. I would rather have the theater version, but that's the reason why I'm not logged in to my main artist channel. It's just something that I would rather, like, I've been using theater mode for so long that I think I used to definitely use the full screen mode. Yeah, full screen. I used to use that, but I like seeing the title of the video with like everything else on the screen. And yes, I do have the return the YouTube dislikes thing. I have that because why not? YouTube did not really need to remove that. It was kind of useless of them to do that. I don't think anybody's in the stream. I can't lie. I don't have a number for how many people are in the stream right now. I just if I just put OBS up here, you'll see I don't have anything over here at all. But yeah, this is how I do things. This is how I record everything. This scene right here is the exact way I do it. But yeah, I have all this. I didn't put the Vivo music videos on here. Not yet. I will do that. I just haven't gotten a chance. I also, wait, let me check if this is going to link anything. I have a pre-save link right here. You guys can't see this part or this part when you go on here. I got to update some of this, but this is definitely, I'm going to have to update a lot of this. I'm going to have to put the playlist that I created for it and the auto-generated YouTube playlist that YouTube makes for you. I think this cover art is pretty good. I have 2 other cover arts that I made for it that if I did physical releases, those would definitely be a part of it. I'll show those later, but let's go back to here. Next one is Not Like That. Wait, no. I forgot to explain the point of Chrome. Hold on. I forgot. Okay, the point of Chrome is that this is not a typical intro song. Sorry, I didn't say that right. This is not a typical intro song. Usually for intros, the last couple intros I put in brackets intro, or you would see on other platforms as parentheses, but in the YouTube titles, it would be Chrome and then in brackets intro, but I decided not to do that this time simply because this is definitely an intro track, but it's also not an intro track. I know that doesn't make any sense. I know that logically doesn't make a lot of sense to say that, but I wanted this just to be a regular song. It obviously is the intro, but it's still a song on it. The only reason why it's the intro is because I made this song with the intention of it being first. Like, the first thing that you hear is that. That just feels like something to start it. This is based on a song that I really like, which I'm not going to play it on stream because I don't want to get copyrighted. But it's still something. I got to blow my nose. My nose runs every day. My nose has been running every day for the past 3 years or 4 years, and I have no idea why. I had to do that. I also did some visuals. There's a visual for this. It's not just an audio video. There is a visualizer video that I'm going to edit the full playlist that I did for this. I just haven't gotten a chance. I made this playlist before I recorded these visuals. It's just how I did it. My process was really weird. I'm gonna have to explain everything about that afterwards. Let's just get to the songs. Anyways, yeah, Chrome, just a random song that I wanted to make. I think I was originally going to title it. I forgot how I was going to do it. I think I was going to do like. I was going to type it. I was originally going to type and stylize the song title as Chrome and in parentheses "What's up," because I say "What's up" multiple times in the intro. But I just thought that Chrome would be a better sounding song. I also just liked I was going to change it because I only said Chrome on Chrome right here 4 times. But I said man, what's up multiple times. I guess. Wait, no. I said Chrome on Chrome twice. Because I don't think wait, hold on, let me check.
And now it looks like Atlantis. Album's already up, but I might just expand this.
Yeah, I only said Chrome on Chrome twice. Actually, wait, no. I only said Chrome twice, like as in Chrome on Chrome. But I said Man What's Up 4 times. So I was originally going to do something with the title Man What's Up. But I just liked the title Chrome more. It's like when you listen to a song that very obviously has a very obvious hook that could be the title, but then the artist just names it something completely different that they only said one time in the song. I understand there's something that I'm doing here, but Chrome just looks like a better title. Also, I didn't really want to copy Gunna with his song called What's Up, What's Sam. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This song right here. I didn't really want to copy that. I mean, I wouldn't really care to copy it. I didn't really. It would have been fine if I did, but I didn't really care to. Anyways, next one is Not Like That. As always, I'll play the song first, and then I'll explain it.
Outlaw.
Hey, yo, what do you got fake look for? Hey, thinking I miss my shots? Nah, I never miss my shots. Thinking I miss a doll? Nah, I'm way too tall. Nah, I'm way too baller.
I think I might hear something. Hold on. I don't know.
Thinking I ain't stronger. The out to get you slaughtered. I ain't like that, think I'm not like that. Building a foundation, ayy, using good crustaceans, ayy, more like caviar, ayy, pull up in a cavalier, ayy, open it with the scourer, yo, crash into a monitor, whoa, sending out rails, whoa, they won't believe it, whoa, I can condemn the snow, when I'm the one who's talking about it, when I'm the one who's talking about it, when I'm the one who's talking about it. Can't believe it, yeah. Thinking I've been missing. You don't know about it, eh? You don't know about it. Well, see me right up there. Award-winning speech tonight. Grab me a bottle, yeah. Give me a fit, that's right.
Outlaw.
Woulda got fake look for A. Thinking I missed my shots. Nah, I never miss my shots. Thinking I missed a doll. Nah, I'm way too tall. Nah, I'm way too baller. Thinking I ain't stronger. The outs to get you slaughtered.
So that's not like that. I will say, when I say grab me a fifth, yeah, that's right. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Not even legally allowed to drink yet. I'm a couple years away from that. I'm not 20. I'm not even 20 yet. What makes you think I'm 21? I'll be turning 20 in this September, but I'm not 20 yet. I'm only 19. I know some of the videos that I made with like a full beard, I look like I'm 30. Promise you I'm not. I'm only 2006. I'm not any past that. But this was just a song that I made. I don't know. There's not really a good story behind it. I kind of wish I remade the vocals because some of my vocal takes, when I was doing the vocal takes, it sounded cool. When I was listening to it the first time, it sounded cool. But now that I'm listening to it back, I'm like, man, this is not as crazy as I thought it would be. There was 2 songs that I did where it was this song and another song called Breakthrough. So those songs are like sibling tracks that I made back to back. I don't know. This is kind of just a song. This isn't one of the songs that you would write a book about. There are other songs in this story, or there are other songs in this album that are definitely interesting. This one is, it's not my least favorite, but it's definitely not anything crazy. I would have replaced this if I made a better song. I have other songs that I could have replaced this with, but this was just the best choice. The next one, yeah, there's not really, yeah, before I get to the next one, Not Like That, not much things to say about it. I will say that you've noticed that these songs, I will say you've noticed that these videos have 1 like. I did not do that. I don't like my own videos. Of course, I like my own videos, but I don't press the like button on my videos, so somebody else did that. I did hear from some people that I know that they think that this is definitely a major improvement for what I did in the past. I just need to refine my writing skills and my flow better, but other than that, it's pretty good. So there are some people that are hating on this, which some of their criticism is not valid because they're not giving me real criticism, so I can't really listen to criticism that isn't valid. It's kind of difficult to like hear feedback that isn't real feedback. So if you tell me sonically what the problem is, I can fix that. But if you just tell me that it's bad, I'm not going to listen to that opinion because that opinion is just objectively wrong because you're not telling me what I need to know. If you're just going to tell me that's bad, I'm not going to listen to that because that's not real feedback. It's like saying that, it's like getting not to do like the whole American explaining with food thing, but that's like getting a steak, saying that it's cooked wrong, but not explaining what part of it is wrong. Is it medium well? Is it medium rare? What about it? It's like, I don't know what else to explain about it, but it's like getting a new mic and it sounds terrible, but you don't really know what about it is terrible. So you can't really, don't critique songs if you don't know how to critique them. Unless it's like legitimately unlistenable, just don't say anything. There are certain people that I don't like, but I don't confront them about how their songs sound. I'll say in my head that you should definitely retire and that I'm better than you, because that's legitimately true, but I'm not going to go up to them and tell them, hey, your songs are bad. I mean, I would do that, but I don't do confrontational things. But next one is Really Flexing. This one actually has a pretty good story. This one has a good story that I obviously will explain after, but the original plan for it did not happen.
Say it if you don't know that. Say it if you don't know that. Say it if you don't know that. Say it my vibe, you don't know that. Say I'm high with the dollars. Really flex on his ups. Really flex on his ups. Go ahead, you with my chain before I diss you again. Going back in time when I was rapping with a pen. People be like, when? All I can do is say amen and yearn for it. All I can say is I'm doing this for life. All I'm saying is I've been really flexing on these ops. They can't feed out a movie, set these guns are not props. Say I'm big, you don't know that. Say I'm a fight, you don't know that. Say I'm a vibe, you don't know that. Say I'm here with the dollars. Walk out with someone's good vintage shoes. Hope you don't get the booze. Was gonna be like, what's gonna have lives gone. Bum, bum, bum. My first try producing a brand new album just wasn't it. 3 EPs and 2 mixtapes before I caught it quits.
There is a good story about this. Hold on. Let me try to figure out what I'm saying. This is the only song on the album. Yeah, all of these songs I'm legally allowed to use, but this is the one song where I actually own the beat. This was originally supposed to be, I believe, I don't remember if it was supposed to be the first or second single, but this is one of the first things. This is either, I don't know, I don't remember. Just for clarity, let's say that, man, I forgot. I really forgot which one this was supposed to be. Because I know that an upcoming song was supposed to definitely be a single, which it was a single. It actually followed through. But this song was supposed to be, I'm guessing, the second single. I want to say the first single, but that also doesn't sound right. I don't know. Whichever single this was, Really Flexing was supposed to be one of the singles. And this was the first, well, no. This was my second attempt at making a baby voice song, like Whole Lotta Red V2. This was my attempt at doing this, because this is actually a Whole Lotta Red V2 type beat. I purposely wanted to try to make it, and it just worked out. 3 of the songs are actually one of those, which one of them we have not gotten to quite yet. But see, this is actually okay. Say that I'm Peaky, don't know that. Say that I'm Peaky, don't know that. Say I'm a Fi, don't know that. Say I'm a Vibe, don't know that. Say I'm having the dollars. I like that a lot. I like that chorus a good amount. It's not my best chorus. I have choruses from like 5 or 6 years ago that are definitely better than this, but I think this is a pretty good chorus. The Really Flex on these ops thing, the second line, well, going into the first verse, that started the first verse, I needed a reason to call it Really Flexing, so that's what I did. Also, I don't have any ops. I don't have any of those, so I'm kind of just saying things. Go and hit you with my chain before I diss you again. I do have change. Sorry, excuse me. But I meant to say I have chains, not... sorry. I do have chains that are... One is gold with some diamonds, and the other one is like a silver with a cross on it. So this song was recorded when I was wearing my chains, because I thought it helped with the style of what I was going for. I don't like saying the word vibe, because I feel like the AI bots that I do use very rarely, they overuse the word vibe, and it makes it hard to like the word. So, but the vibe of it was correct when I was wearing the chains. And then going back in time to when I was rapping with a pen, I never did that. I only did that one time, and I never even used the lyrics that one song that I put on my first album was originally written from a notebook and pen, but the lyrics weren't. It was just the title of the song. I have an entire unreleased album that I have never talked about, which I will talk about it one day. I think I did talk about it, but I'll go into it more later. Is nobody in the stream? Not a single person. Okay, well, you know what? People will watch it again, I hope. I thought it was interesting for me to add Westside Gunn ad-libs, because it connects to the sound of a gun while still being related to him. This area was difficult because there is an unreleased version of the song that's the exact same all up here until this area right here. It sounded like I said a word that I can't say, which I did not say the word. It just sounded like I did. The certain letter combinations close together made it seem like I said it, but I didn't. So that's why I had to record it. So That's why I said this used to say something different, but now it says first try producing a brand new album. The word producing I was actually making, and that combined it just sounded bad. This area where it says 3 EPs and 2 mixtapes, that is correct, but I don't necessarily think it was 2 mixtapes. I think it was only one, but I needed to align with. There was going to be a video made for the song where I was going to be like, I held up 3 fingers, where it's like 3 EPs with 3 fingers, 2 mixtapes with 2 fingers, and then the call to quits part would be me signing off the video by doing like a swish of what like with like 1 finger across the camera. But then I started the I started doing like the peace sign in front of my face. So then the idea went from that to having 4 fingers, where when the bar started, before the bar started, I would have 4, then 3 EPs, 3 EPs, 3 fingers. Wait, hold on. I'm confused about what I'm saying. It would start off with 4 fingers, 3 EPs with 4 fingers, 2 EPs with 3 fingers, then call it quits with 2 fingers being my sign off with like if you know what my PFP looks like on Spotify and YouTube Music, you know what I'm talking about. It's really difficult for me to explain what I'm saying without having a camera in front of me, but I don't have the only reason I should probably explain for the new viewers. The only reason, well, no, the 2 reasons why I don't have a face cam on, and I used to have if you look at my older videos, you'll notice I do have a face cam on, which I look a little different than what I did back then. Not by much, but the only 2 reasons is because 1, I don't have a good camera. I have a phone, obviously, that has good camera things, but I don't have a way I don't want to have it charging midair all the time. So it's because I don't have a good camera to use, and I don't want to edit. You don't understand how easy it is to edit with no face cam, especially with shorts. The way that I record shorts and edit shorts, so much easier. Anyways, let's go to the Survivor. Survivor is one of my favorite songs that I've ever made. Not my favorite, but definitely one of my favorite ones. Yeah. There's actually a fun story about this one. Let's listen to it first.
Feel like a survivor, I'm going up now. Feel like a survivor, I'm going up now. Yeah, yeah. Got him up doing the most, ayy. Got him up doing the most, ayy. Diamonds they up in my mouth, ayy. Diamonds they up in my mouth, ayy. Put him in blood stains, come out. Put him in blood stains, come out. Pull up with the look at, think I hit with it. Been up saying that, yeah. Been up saying that, yeah. I can't control what they're saying. Put the bombs all day, yeah. 2024, I'm a survivor. I done walked out of hell with it. Then I'm safe for the hell of it. I won't see you in heaven. I got picked for this. You saying this, yeah. I can't imagine it. Over the repetitive, yeah. You can't stand it. Walk up in the club, gotta switch out. 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 Got him up doing the most, ayy. Got him up doing the most, ayy. Diamonds they up in my mouth, ayy. Diamonds they up in my mouth, ayy. Put him in blood stains, come out. Put him in blood stains, come out. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Okay, ended the video, perfect timing. Anyways, Survivor. Yeah, Survivor. Let's see what this one is about. Let's start off with the song title itself. Survivor came from a Cardi song, which was originally thought to... Wait, hold on. Survivor, the title, came from a... What am I trying to say? It came from a song originally from Playboi Carti, which we believed to be called Survivor, but then it was revealed to be called Super Hot, because the way that he says the lyrics I'm super hot in the song, it sounded like he said I'm a survivor. It's difficult for me to explain it, but the actual sound of the song came from a leaked song from again the same person named Doctor. Or it's also called Cops. The reason why is because in the song he says I need to see a doctor, and then in the same song he says fighting all these cops. So we don't know what the actual song title is, but we just call it Doctor because it's easier. Anyways, let's go into the song is definitely so basically the song is inspired by two different songs, the title and the actual sound of it. Anyways, this intro part, I feel like the Survivor, I'm going up now. This was added last minute. Not really at last minute, but it was added when the whole song was already completed. The area of the song where it goes some more silent, says walk up in the club with a little switch out. That is one of my favorite ones. That's one of my favorite moments in it because it just sounds really cool with like it sounds like a siren. And then I also definitely had to do like the louder version of the walk on the club little switch out. Then the I'm the Survivor part. The I'm a Survivor outro was done before the intro, but it was inspired. But the intro was inspired by the outro. Then got him up doing the most. Diamonds up in my mouth. Blood. Put him in blood thins come out. If you put diamonds in your mouth, probably going to cut your gums, so blood stains. Anyways, pull up with Luga, then got hit with it. This was originally different, but I had to change it because it didn't flow right. And then I started referencing violence in this album because my next studio album is going to be called Violence, which is more understandable in a later song that we're going to get to. And then, yeah, then walk to the hell with it and sing for the hell of it. I won't see you in heaven. I got picked for this. What I mean by I won't see you in heaven is that I'm going, you're not. I don't know. It's just something to say. Then you saying this, I can't imagine it overly repetitive. Yeah, you can't stand it. I feel like some of these songs are a little bit repetitive, but when I'm making a song where I think it's going to get a bit repetitive, I immediately pivot. So I don't get to be repetitive. But there's one song on this album that is like super repetitive, but it's the one time I do it, so I feel like I get a pass. Anyways, let's go to winners.
Came in with a beamer, I came in with a shooter. I came in with a hater, I came in with a zoomer. I ain't taking pills, I'm only ever taking wins. I ain't taking sin, I'm only ever taking wins. If you think I'm taking a loss, you ain't get nothing then. If you think I'm selling rhymes, you think I've been putting in. If you think I ain't winning, man, you gotta go. If you think I ain't winning, man, you gotta go. Yeah, that boy Anisha may not be in yet, but he got hit with a hammer. Once the plea is final, he will be sent to the slammer, cause they don't want to deal with me a major liability. I came in with a beamer, I came in with a shooter. I came in with a hater, I came in with a zoomer. I ain't taking pills, I'm only ever taking wins. I ain't taking sin, I'm only ever taking wins.
Okay, that's the end of that one. Hello, Panda Gamer Chase. I'm glad I could actually see the chat now because the way that I was doing this before, I would not have been able to see the chat. Anyways, welcome. We're just listening to some songs from my new album, and I'm giving some background storylines behind each song and each concept. What I was doing for winners was one of my friends gave me the idea to do winners because it says, if you think I ain't winning, man, you gotta go. I'm guessing that she saw this line right here and was like, yeah, let's call it winners. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I did credit her in a way, but yeah, I came in with a beam. Yeah, this is just different ways of saying. I keep finding different ways of saying that I'm coming in with a gun and like any weapon. Obviously, I don't have any guns. These are all just fictional lyrics. I feel like I should. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but I also do. But yeah, I ain't taking pills. I only ever taken wins. Never taken drugs. Drugs are definitely not. It's very strange how on the internet you're seen as immature if you don't do drugs or drink alcohol. But in my opinion, I'm not just saying this to appeal to a younger audience, because I don't want a younger audience, which I've expressed that before. Not to say that younger people can't watch my videos. I mean, that's up to you or your parents. But it's very, very strange that you are considered immature or not an adult if you don't put gas in your lungs. It's very strange, and I don't really get it. Every time I've seen it happen to anybody, it's always gone in a bad route. And even weed, for example. I know that weed is the least dangerous drug that you can do, but you still generally shouldn't do it. I mean, I wouldn't do it. That's just what that's just me. Anyways, I forgot to put this part of the chorus down here too. I'll probably forget to do it later. But this song is one of the 3 songs. The Winners and Really Flexing are 2 of 3 songs with the Whole Lotta Red V2 baby voice sound. Again, this one by Francisco. It's a Whole Lotta Red V2. I guess, yeah. People think that it's cool to smoke. People think it's aesthetic when you like take a cigarette out of your mouth. For me, if you get I mean, sure, to be fair, you could make that argument with anything. I think it's just the idea of having like some sort of like thin stick in your mouth and then taking it out. Like, for example, a lollipop. You could do the same thing with that. That's what Cardi did. Cardi had a iced out lollipop that obviously didn't taste anything, but he still had it in his mouth. And you could do, that's why, it's just, I mean, I get it, but I also don't get it. It doesn't work. But yeah, Winners, this is a cool song. I read the original version of Winners, which, actually, wait, there is a original version of Winners that I never, actually, I'm not going to show this because there's something here that, it's nothing bad. It's just something that I don't need to show you guys. Anyways, we're going to skip In What World. Not only, it's not about what he was saying, and Sippy definitely was saying things in the song that some audiences shouldn't hear. I would definitely play it. I don't mind. I just don't like the song. It's what I said in the song that I don't like. Again, I didn't say anything bad. Sippy is the one who said some words, but I just don't like the song. It has nothing to do with what he said. It's just what I said in the song. There are some lyrics that I just don't care for, especially with Carbon Carbine, the title track. I said nothing bad in it. It's just what I said that I don't care for. Anyways, we're going to go with What's My Name because this is one of my favorite ones. It is a little overplayed for me, but we're still going to go over it.
What's my name? 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 Got a pen of red, never hair red, that feel like something on fire. Yeah, I gotta pick this, just show you who's on fire. Yeah, gonna make a track next to the lamb, but not in a grass field. No, Rich posted on my feet, they purely printed. I gotta be for a lot of ink. Double cap bill when I get in my hood, all the options are away from me now. Close it, hop in the driver's seat and go blaze on all of you. Wow, this is a pop or the Luger when I hit it up to you down south. I don't know how you expect to find me. I don't know how you expect to find me. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
Okay, yeah, honestly, this song is definitely repetitive. It just has this what's my name part. The only reason why the song is called What's My Name is because, once again, Cardi inspiration. I'm not talking about Cardi B, by the way. Completely different person. This is Cardi with a T. Anyways, he has an unreleased song, which is probably my favorite song of him of all time, called What's My Name. The sound of it is beautiful. and I wanted to make something exactly like it because I know that he's probably never going to release that song, which really upsets me. So I decided to make my own version, which happens to be the lead single of this album. So yeah, What's My Name really has no relation. The chorus of What's My Name really has no relation to what the song is actually about. The Pinna Red, Dye My Hair Red, definitely related to the I Love You, I Hate You song from Whole Lotta Red. Again, I don't do drugs, so Pinna Red doesn't really apply to me. But this was going to have this has a video, but it was going to have a very, very different video. I forgot to rename the stream. Yeah, whatever. People will still see that I'm live. Anyways. Pistol Poppin' with the Luger, this bar right here is like 5 or 6 years old at this point. I made that bar so long ago, and I was just waiting. Something that I do is I write down bars that are cool, that are like way above my time, or like way before anything else that would be good. I'll come up with a really, really good bar, and then I'll make some like kind of mid bars around it. Pistol Poppin' with Luger was just one of those bars that I had saved for so long. The original thing I was a Pistol Poppin' with the Luger. That flow like da 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 instead of da 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 da, like the flow that I was going to was like da 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 Pistol Poppin' with the Luger. I was going to do that type of flow, but it just didn't work. Pistol Poppin'. So I did it. I definitely did it more faster in this one. I could reuse the bar if I really wanted to, but I also just don't need it. I also don't need to reuse every single bar. I feel like I was trying to make something interesting, and then that's why I hit you up down south. I don't know how you expect to find me. I don't know how you expect to find me. That was kind of just added last minute because I couldn't really think of anything else to add, and I was already not really running out of time because there was no release date at this point. I said that I was going to drop in July 10th. I believe the original first estimated release date was July 10th, which hold on, I gotta check if anything is. I think I should be good. The original date, well, yeah, the original date was right. It was gonna be a Friday. I dropped this on May. Yeah, May. Yeah, it dropped. This dropped this morning at 12 a.m. EST, 9 p.m. PST. Which I'm not PST anymore, but if I was PST, I would still drop it at 9. Anyways, What's My Name? Cool song, a little repetitive. I would not be upset if people stopped listening to the song where I said, I don't know how you expect to find me. If you want to just start it at Got a Pinna Red and then end it at Expect to Find Me, I wouldn't care. I would do the same thing. It's just the beat was incredibly long, and I was trying to make the most of it. I was trying to do the same thing that Cardi did, where he was like, what's my name? What's my name? I don't sing very well, so that's the best you're going to get. Anyways, next song is How I Do It.
I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. Not the president, but my really's got some zeros on it. Made it type of action, I put mileage in my bank account. Like the middle age, I pull up a sasso, but Bacardi with some Jackson. You can't relate to my lifestyle now. It's a satisfying interaction when the transaction goes valid. I can go and flex on all you now. With even in fashion of my skills, early singles turn to bonus tracks. When I pull up on action, all your low tracks turn to useless scraps. I call capture, thank you, you got worried, even your contacts fell back. I say see me full Rick, yeah, that's how I do it. Steam in the dark, eyes turn red, yeah, that's how I do it. 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 I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it. I can tell you're not doing it like I'm doing it.
All right, How I Do It. What a song, am I right? This was not the first song, but this was one of the first songs that I wrote and recorded fully. I think you can tell just by the sound of my vocals that this was definitely not a later song, because the difference between this and Chrome, major difference. The difference between this song and What's My Name, major difference. The difference between Winners, Survivor, like the difference between How I Do It and pretty much every single song is crazy. How I Do It is definitely the oldest song on here, and it survived the whole time. It definitely, okay, Really Flexing is also from V1. How I Do It and Really Flexing were old songs on this that I originally made last year, back in like June and July, or not June and July, but it was after that, but it was still 2024, or no, 2025. What am I talking about? It was 2025, not 2024. I don't know what I'm saying. But this part, I Can Tell You're Not Doing It Like I'm Doing It, that was not really last minute, but okay. The song How I'm Doing It, or how the song is like this, How I Do It was like going to be something along the lines of da 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 da, how I do it, it's how I do it, da 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 da, it's how I do it. It was going to be one of those filler songs. The plan was on my debut album that I released like over 600 days ago. There was a song called One on One, which became a full music video song. It wasn't a lead single at all, but it was definitely a music video song. The plan for that one was just to be a filler track. It was just supposed to be like da da da. I go one on one, da 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 da. I go one on one. That was just what that was. This song, How I Do It, was supposed to be like that filler song. I don't think it was ever supposed to be a single or a video track, but it was definitely going to be one of the major songs at the time before I made more of them. So this was definitely a special one. I like this one a lot. It's just I wish I did it a little bit different. But I Can Tell You're Not Doing It Like I'm Doing It. I like the pause, and like I Can Tell You're Not Doing It Like I'm Doing It. And there was like like at the very end, it's like I Can Tell You're Not Doing It Like I'm Doing It. I Can Tell You're Not Doing It Like I'm Doing It. I can tell you. Okay, I can't really do it right now, but it's hard for me to explain. Like there's like a tongue twister at the very end of it. It's very, very difficult to explain how I do it, obviously, but as I said, I Can Tell You're Not Doing It Like I'm Doing It. I don't know. This is just something interesting. But Walk on Stage, See Me Full Rick, yeah, that's How I Do It. This whole part right here was kind of added just to put the title of the song in, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to title it How I Do It, and I really still want to do it. But yeah, How I Do It, Really Flexing, and Winners, those are definitely the Whole Lotta Red V2 baby voice style tracks that I wanted to do, which I'm probably going to do more of them. But we still have Like This. I'm definitely glad about how some of it turned out. When I originally was planning on releasing it, or not really that, but one of the unreleased songs was actually already uploaded to YouTube months in advance. This is one of the ones that this video was originally uploaded back in 2025, but because of how YouTube works, the publishing date is actually May 25th, 2026, which is today. But in the grand scheme of things, this song originally was uploaded way long ago. What I should have done is put a comment so I could see how long ago it truly was. Next one is definitely my favorite song that I've ever made, and one of my favorite songs in general. Before Violence, The Anti-Stylist.
Yup, try to go forever, don't give a what. Time to get some gas filling up. Say hi to the clerk, man, what's up? Got a little too blood about jump, so I went on Twitch and gifted a sub. Known by the Paris Fashion Week, kinda sucks. They say I'm no style, guess I'm an anti-style, so would rather dress with the color violet. Some of you acting like overly righteous, number one on stage is the priceless. choose my offer, please, I must insist. Or you don't see my name in that list. Seal that piece, but you catch me with it. Red, white, my throat, dirt, no vision. Moving like back, my house to the ages. Eat full, complete insidious. Yeah, I'm wrong, but I got the riches. Dark for like Batman, hop in the trenches. Now you know why I've been moving in silence. My whip fly, then a bird to defy science. Run through a crowd like my next album, violence. Living in GT so close to Miami. Album of the year, go grab my Grammy. Yeah, album of the year, go grab my Grammy. Feet of the highway windows all the way up. Try to go forever, don't give a what. Said to get some gas, fill it up. Say hi to the clerk, man, what's up? Got a little too blood about jobs, so I went on Twitch and gifted a sub. Known by the Paris Fashion Week, kinda sucks.
So this song is excellent to me. This was originally a little different. This speeding down the highway, windows all the way up, shattered glass revolver. I think I originally did this as broken glass revolver, but saying broken glass revolver really fast did not work for me. Like broken glass revolver, broken glass. You see how it like broken glass revolver don't give a yeah. Shattered glass revolver worked way better, but speeding down the highway windows all the way up. That part worked, but it still didn't sound exactly like how I wanted it to. Obviously, the give a what part, I wasn't able to say the actual word that I wanted to say. Maybe one day I'll do it. I mean, I definitely will one day, but right now, just not really able to. This is definitely a story. It's basically a story of me not being invited to Paris Fashion Week, breaking into the venue anyway, claiming that my name is on the guest list, saying for the person in charge of it to let me buy into it. The person in charge realizes that my name is not actually on the list. I quickly throw sand in his face while stealing the art piece. I get out of there in a black outfit like Batman. I hop in whatever the trenches would be, and I just my car is just being really cool and being flyer than a bird. I'm running through a crowd like my next album, Violence, as in it's going to be violent running through a crowd, but also my next album is called Violence. And yeah, it's a story. So the anti-stylist part, Destroy Lonely has a song in an album. No, it's not an album, it's a mixtape. Destroy Lonely has a mixtape and song for the same mixtape called No Stylist, where he's basically saying that he's a wake up no stylist. He doesn't have a stylist. He styles himself. But my idea was to do the same thing because I don't have a stylist either. Because people say I have no swag, which I respectfully and disrespectfully agree. Not to be like Timmy Tough Knuckles or anything, but yeah, you know what I mean. I guess I also, before I did that, I stopped at the gas station, say hi to the clerk. I'm blinded while driving, whatever that means. I guess I'm under the influence of something. I don't know. I go on Twitch and get the sub. I haven't been on Twitch in a couple weeks. And obviously, no invite to Paris Fashion Week kind of sucks. I mean, my style is not too bad. If I I'm not turning on my camera at all. My camera's not connected to my computer. If you want to see me, just look at my recent music videos, honestly. Sorry. I kind of didn't plan this stream. I mean, I did plan it, but the stream, I only turned on my computer 30 minutes before the stream was supposed to start. Sorry, hold on. I got to burp. Hold on. I don't want to do it in the mic. That's gross. Excuse me, by the way. Anyways, this is one of my favorite ones. I think just by the beat and my vocals, you could tell like this originally was going to have a different instrumental that had a motorcycle engine sound running, which aligned with my idea of speeding down the highway, windows all the way up, which I guess motorcycles don't really have windows, but you know what I mean. I mean, some do, but either way, this is a wonderful song and I like it a lot. This is definitely one of my favorites. Now the next one is called the final track, the next one, track 11, It's Too Luxurious.
Got some new designer shoes, got a new Supreme shirt, got some gold silk. You can't see it, it's too luxurious. 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 Got some new designer shoes, got a new Supreme shirt, got some gold silk. You can't see it, it's too luxurious. 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 I just popped a real one. I just popped a real one. Some people in the back, they think they're gone, but they just felt like that. They thinking that they're gone, but I just said I popped the realest ones. Got some new designer shoes, got a new Supreme shirt, got some gold silk. You can't see it, it's too luxurious. 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 Got some new designer shoes, got a new Supreme shirt, got some gold silk. You can't see it, it's too luxurious. 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 You thinking that I'm back? Probably no. You thinking that I'll leave again? Maybe so. Told you once this album done, I'm stepping off the earth. Nah, I'm capping though.
So it's too luxurious. I think you can tell just by the instrumental that this beat is very luxurious. Willem is a really, really good producer that makes incredibly good free instrumentals. One of the best ones I've ever heard. Probably the best I've ever heard. I still want to get to the visuals that I did for some of these. I'll do one of them. But yeah, the song earlier, I was saying that I was trying to make some of my songs less repetitive. Like as soon as I see that I'm getting a little repetitive with my writing, I immediately like pivot to something else within the same song. This is the one time where I actually just let the repetitiveness take over. This was originally written on Christmas, so that's why I'm saying I got some new design. She got new Supreme, which I did not get any of these things. I got a drone, which I still have yet to use. First time having a drone, never used it yet. I was going to use it for the videos for this album, haven't done it yet. I have some ideas. Anyways, I should probably fix this part of the lyric, like make this part its own line, but I'll do that later. But this was originally going. I just popped a real one. I just popped a real one. Some people in the back that think they got, but they just fed it. They think that they got, but just pop the realest ones. This was a little different, but I had to change it because I kept saying this instead of the actual lyric, so I just decided to change the whole lyric. Something that I've seen is that if you absolutely have to change the lyric just to make it work for what you're saying, just go ahead and do it. I mean, it's not gonna kill you to change a lyric. You just change the lyric if you absolutely have to. It's fine, not that big of a deal. But what I'm saying is, you probably think I'm back. You think I'm back? Probably no. You think I'll leave again? Maybe so. I told you once I'm done with something out of the earth. I never said that actually. I just kind of thought it would be. A lot of my lyrics are just what sounds cool that day. What could possibly sound interesting to say for a bar. But I'm capping though. True. We're not done yet. I'm not necessarily finished. I'm still making things. There's one song that I made with my cousin by law came by for a couple days, and we made a new song called Wraith, as in the car brand, the Rolls-Royce Wraith, where I'm saying I bring out the Wraith multiple times, and it's going to be released on something that my other unreleased songs are going to be released under. I don't want to talk about it yet because every time I talk about something, it doesn't get done for like a couple months. Like I started talking about this album, Carbon Carbine, months before it actually released, because it wasn't even, half of these songs weren't even done yet the first time. Like It's Too Luxurious, Before Violence, What's My Name, Winners, Survivor, Not Like That, Chrome. Like over half of this album was not anywhere, weren't even, half of this album wasn't even written when I first announced the album itself. The album original plan was always to have 11 songs, because my previous album, Maoli, which I still am confused about how I'm supposed to pronounce my own album name. But that album had 7 songs, which it was incredibly short. This one I knew for a fact. The original plan was always to do 11 songs, and I wasn't going to compromise on that. But the issue is that I made so many I made so many like cool songs that I would have to eventually do a deluxe, which I don't think I'm going to do. The plan for the deluxe was going to be Carbon Carbine Reloaded. I don't think I'm going to do that because there are some songs that I would have to make more songs. I would have to make more that would be deluxe worthy, which I kind of want to just go on to the next era. Also, this album never had a different title. I always knew it was going to be called what it's called. What the song titles were going to be, I don't know. Before Violence, the Anti-Stylist was originally going to be called Anti-Stylist based on No Stylist from Detroit Lonely. Then I added the Before Violence era, and I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, so I just decided if we do the full Before Violence, the Anti-Stylist, which I guess that's me calling myself the Anti-Stylist. I have a lot of nicknames that I try to call myself that never really stood up. So maybe that won't work. Maybe it will. It's like how Detroit Lonely is called the Lookilla. Sometimes he's mostly called the Top Floor Boss, which Top Floor Boss is a much cooler nickname than Lookilla. But I believe there were some songs from Maoli that never made it on that I did try to put on here. Let me check, actually. I don't fully remember. Let me check. There are so many different track lists I did. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I remember. Okay. I was going to put 2 songs called All Work, Crazy with a K, and then Lines, but instead of an S, it's a Z. There were multiple songs. Hold on. There was like 4 different songs on here that I didn't release. Lions, A Different Type of Way, Side C, Rockstar, Crazy, All Work, and then 6 songs that I tried making, or I wrote somewhat for my first album that I never really got into. Something that I do is I take the songs that I never really worked out. Sorry, didn't mean to do that, excuse me. I take the songs that I never really figured out. I try to put them on a new release, and I completely forget about them at all. I completely forget about them. It's the same thing with Maoli. I believe that... Never mind. There are... Okay, well... See, for my first... I have like 4 different versions of my original the original thing for my first album. There's like 3 or 4 different versions of it that I never really fully made. Like one of the original first songs that I actually fully made was called Change of Heart, which I forgot. No, hold on. That was for something completely different. Eat Another Light. There's a lot of different songs that I have made. That was 2022? That was a long time ago. I was trying to make an album called Intro to an Autistic Mind, which I have not said those words out publicly in a very long time. Hold on, this is one of the first iterations of the Maoli album. CC which is the letter C and then the word C combined. It was just supposed to be a random interlude freestyle, which there were a lot of times where I freestyled away from my computer, which they were good freestyles, but I don't know. Poor Horror was supposed to be a song where somebody goes into a haunted mansion and just gets beat up 1, 2, 3. See, I don't really know what 1, 2, 3 was supposed to be. I think the 1, 2, 3 was supposed to be one, get yourself on the beat. Two, da 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 da. Is it supposed to be like me going through each number of the alphabet? I mean, I legitimately just said each number of the alphabet. I was supposed to go through each number of, the number line, whatever. I don't know what it's called. But Lift You Up was originally supposed to be on an album called Welcome to the Neighborhood. I don't know. I had a lot of weird ideas. That was right after I released my debut mixtape, the deluxe edition to the NKZ collection. I was visiting my this was before I moved to Florida. I was visiting my mom in an older house that they were renting, and it just didn't. Lift You Up was trying to see. I lift you up, and it is trying to say. I'm surprised I remember. I try to forget these things a lot because it's a little bit embarrassing, but it's also my history. Double Sided was supposed to be a song where it's like we're double sided. I don't sing. I was definitely trying to sing on these songs, which maybe that's why it didn't work out. I don't know. Resurrect. I think I turned that into something else, but I think it was like you have to resurrect on the beat, something along the lines of that. That was me. What was that was me? That was me was a strange thing. It was like me saying a bunch of things that like I helped contribute to in the industry, which I kind of just made all that up. But it was supposed to be that was me. Yeah. I have a lot. When I look at my old track list, I noticed that a lot of it was a little strange. I was also going to do a thing called Maoli the Lost Demos, which I think you can tell what that would mean. I am definitely a little see, I'm kind of I want to show some of these screenshots, but I also don't have a way to do it without a let me just let's do it like this. So this was from 2023, the first month 2023. July 18th, 2023, you could see that there are some songs on it that were definitely the songs that lift you up. That was me. All those were definitely Welcome to the Neighborhood era. It's like how Cardi did he had an album called Narcissist that he never finished, which I think 2023 was actually when he gave up on Narcissist. So I was a little late to that, but I also wasn't a fan of him at the time. Sorry, I'm sorry for hitting you a lot. Didn't mean to do that. But you can see that the track list is definitely a lot larger than the one that I just showed you, because this was the earlier one. I don't know. I think I don't know. The original, it was supposed definitely going to be a lot larger of an album. Larger Than Life. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Larger Than Life was like you think you're larger than life, you're really not. It was going to have a video for it. The asterisk means that it was going to be a single / video. And looking at it, I was not following my new rule of. I have a bunch of rules with how to structure track lists. But one-on-one, that is the same exact song. So one-on-one. Okay, so wait, hold on. So this track list happened over almost 2 years prior to the final release of Maoli. Lil Mozzie was my attempt at trying to like say that I was a fast rapper, which I don't do fast rapping anymore because it doesn't really work as well. People also just stopped liking it that much, which, I mean, I get it, but I also don't really appreciate it. But Lil Mozzie was like, I'm rapping so fast, call me Lil Mozzie, as in Maserati. Then I tried to make some demos of these. It didn't really work out. One-on-one was the only one that made it out alive. Resurrect is still there. Different Type of Way, Side A, released as a single way before this. But now that I look at it, it would not have been a good idea. there was 2 years where I just didn't release anything major except for I released a different type of Wayside A as a single, and then I released All Talk as a single, which All Talk was something that I'll get into later. Yeah, Larger Than Life, Lift You Up, CC, Maoli intro, a lot of 1 2 3 again, like 1 2 3 on the beat. Yeah, so hold on, this is another version of the track list that never finished. This is wait, is my audio working? Yeah, it's working. Anyways, first try. So I don't know if this is properly formatted. That was at okay. So I originally wrote this at 1 a.m. when I was in Cali. So this was a 1 a.m., 4 a.m. EST, but 1 a.m. PST. So first try. Do you have night terrors? One on one. What you say? Pleading, fictional millionaire, corridor, and label 4 a.m. As you can see, what am I doing? One on one, fictional millionaire, corridor, and label 4 a.m. all made it on the album, on the original version of Molly, or not the original version, but the finished version. Pleading is a finished song. I don't have access to it anymore. Yeah, I have access to it somewhere. At the time, I guess Fictional Millionaire wasn't finished. What You Say released, but it's not on streaming platforms, and it's one of my most embarrassing attempts at making a song, which it badly got hated on. I guess one on one was definitely still like just one of those filler tracks. It didn't have a major impact. Do You Have Night Terrors was going to be an entire big thing. There is a demo version of it that exists somewhere, and then First Try. All of these are technically songs that exist. They're just not anywhere near. Or what I'm saying is that Do You Have Night Terrors and First Try? Those are the only ones that didn't really ever have a vision. I didn't have a vision for it. Going on to February 21st, 2024, this is where the album becomes a lot larger. I was trying to do something that I was not really prepared for. I was trying to do, okay, so Fly Brother did drop. First Try didn't happen. There was only like okay, the only songs on this album that dropped is Fly Brother, which got renamed. Label 4 a.m., 1 on 1, Corridor, Fictional Millionaire, or Failure to Represent, and Closure, as well as Wish I Wasn't Paranoid. There was tracks 6 and 7 were combined into one thing, and I called them an interlude, which combines the word "en" and interlude into interlude, because I wanted to do that. But the true end was Wish I Wasn't Paranoid, with Pleading as the bonus track. Change of Pace. I don't remember that, but I don't remember. I think Change of Pace was just supposed to be the intro of side B, where I was just okay. Andrew is my fictional manager, which I have not addressed in a new song in a while. New Attire was going to be a really fun song. Con Man was going to be a fun song too. I'm really glad that the final version obviously only had 7 tracks, but I was really expecting myself to make 8 songs. I was really expecting myself to release 8 songs at the same time. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know why I expected myself to do that, but I was going to plan a release called Double Package with Label 4 a.m. and Corridor, but I only ended up releasing Corridor as a lead single, which Label 4 a.m. still released. I remember Label 4 a.m. had a different song. Label 4 a.m. had a different title. Okay, here's a whole other side of it. This is the second version of the track list. This is the second version of the finished track list. There's 3 versions of the finished track list. This wasn't worth the wait. It was not that released. It was renamed, obviously. Label 4 a.m., What You Say, One on One, Corridor, Failure to Represent. Yeah, all these songs. Change of Pace still was called that, I guess, but it was renamed in parentheses to Voicemail to Andrew Part 2, and then Fictional Millionaire still on there. Static on the Block was some random thing. I got it from an AI, but I never went through with it because I didn't want to put AI in my album. But still, I was expecting myself to do 11 songs. I mean, I just did 11 songs, obviously, as you know. Like, but this was a point in time where I didn't know what I was doing. I was gonna do a side A, side B, side C. I get it, but it just seems like a lot. And then obviously, you guys know. Okay, a month later, I shortened it down to the final version, which the intro always started. The intro started with Fly Brother, which I don't get why I even called it that. Then it was called Wait. Was it worth the wait? Then finally called We Did It, and Closure and Wish became obviously one song, but two songs became one song. And yeah, the songs that we got on it was the songs that we got on it. Just happened to be like that. And then I also for Molly Deluxe, which was, did I really plan that a day after? Yeah, I guess I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I was either going to do a Molly Deluxe, Freestyle Deluxe, Freestyle Dash Deluxe, or Deluxe Dash Freestyle. I didn't really know what I wanted to call it. I never ended up doing a Molly Deluxe. I do want to do one for like a 2 or 3 year anniversary, but it would have to be completely new songs. It wouldn't be able to be the exact same songs. It would have to be completely new songs. And I wouldn't do visuals. I would just do like a regular audio video like this one. Let's see, let's go with. Wait, how many songs did I plan? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 songs. Wow. So the songs, What's Really Happening Anymore, Killers, He Did, Swerving, No One Knows, Ring the Alarm, those were all originally for Don't Make Me Wait. I forgot I didn't go through Don't Make Me Wait. Hold on. Don't Make Me Wait originally started. Once after I released Maoli, I immediately wanted to start figuring out the next sound. I didn't want to go for a full album, so I wanted to just do an EP where the goal was to do a mixtape. I believe it was a mixtape. I don't remember if it was it wasn't. No, it was definitely an EP. It was an EP called Truly Humble Under God, Legends and Goats, with the final title being Thug Lag. This is the cover art idea that I had for it. Every time I look at it, it looks a little blue, but I know that it's not blue at all. The songs that were going to be made for it were Check, Midnight Sessions Volume 1, Thug Lag, and then Introvert Maniac. Nothing really came out of it. I made Check, and that's it. None of the other songs really became anything. Midnight Sessions was written, but Check was the only song that became anything, but I still didn't make anything of it. There was a scrap song called Stay Away, which I labeled it a mini sampler. Then I was starting the process of moving across the country, which is where I am now. But I had an idea. It was a month and 8 days after the original Thug Lag track list, where I did a thing called EP before the EP, which I eventually renamed to the Road Tape, which Road in all capital letters, with the songs Hymn to, Feeling Myself, and Slide. Feeling Myself released and Slide unofficially released. I had to remove Feeling Myself from streaming services because I didn't own the beat. But I decided to scrap Thug Lag and the Road Tape because I was going to do the Road Tape, but I didn't have the font that I used for the Road Tape cover art. I didn't have access to it anymore, so that's the only reason why I never did it. I just didn't have access to it. But moving on to, so moving from September to December 6th, 2024, which same year, but only a couple months later, I had I created the idea of Don't Make Me Wait, where the main songs were going to be Don't Make Me Wait, Last Time, Counted Up, A Different Type of Way / Rental, and He Did. Humble, Ring the Alarm, Gun in My Pocket, and Calling My Manager, which Last Time, Counted Up were the only songs to release during this era. Nothing else really released. And as you know, Don't Make Me Wait never released. The alternative title that became My Fall Before My Eventual Rise, it was originally going to be, the original idea was My Fall Before My Possible Rise, which I liked it, but it didn't sound very proper. So I did, I did, instead of possible, I went eventual. So My Fall Before My Eventual Rise. Don't Make Me Wait was going to be a Pierre Bourne Die-Lit style song. Last Time released as a full video. The thing is, I don't remember intending on Last Time becoming anything major. I always thought it was, I forgot that it was anything, honestly. Counted Up released as my first proper FL song, which I originally made on a website called Soundtrap. I believe it's called that. I'm still alive, right? I look away for 2 seconds and all of a sudden you're in the chat. My guy, weren't you messaging me a couple like yesterday saying that you were listening to my stuff? Also, I'm talking to the stream. What do you think? What type of question is that? Anyways, there were different plans that I had. Ring the Alarm was supposed to be something cool. I'm still going to make it, but I'm going to put it on something else. I have a lot of interesting songs. I put the official start date as December 6th, 2024 for the Don't Make Me Wait era. This was a image that I was going to use for the original cover art idea, where I was going to put it in my eye. Again, never really worked out. The cover art didn't work out, so I didn't really try to make it, but I also tried to make it in a way. But this is the original track list for Don't Make Me Wait. Yeah, it's interesting. Different Type of Way did eventually release. Well, a Different Type of Way side B eventually did release, but it didn't release on the album, or didn't release on the actual release. Ring the Alarm was definitely going to be a really cool song, but it just didn't work. He Did was a song that didn't really work out because I just didn't fit. Any song I didn't release, I just never really figured out what the point of it was. I don't know. Never really worked out. It's a difficult thing to. I kind of regret releasing some of these songs because it's not something that I would do nowadays, but I still did it because I had to do something. Wait, no, okay, I guess Last Time was supposed to be a single. I forgot. So I was just so like done. I'm not very happy with how Last Time ended up because it was one of the last songs that I made in Soundtrap it was my first song where I was excited to release it. But then once I heard it back, I was like, no, this is pretty bad. And then I only made Last Time because I wanted the original. Okay, wait, no. The original intention for Last Time was it's supposed to be the one song that gets me a Vivo music video, which it did happen. But then I just decided that I wanted to put it on the full thing, the full like Don't Make Me Wait tape, but it just never worked out. Over time, I changed the idea. I was going to do moving into 2025, March 13th, I changed it to, I made the idea of doing a mixtape movie. I also brought in on February 20th to bring back a former idea called Paint the World Black, which I was going to do Don't Make Me Wait Paint the World Black edition. I don't know. around around May 29th, 2025, I created the My Fall idea, which again I experimented with the title before my possible rise until I finally did before my eventual rise. And then that's where I created the first proper track list for this release on June 17th, 2025, with Bleed Out as the intro, Calling My Manager as a skit, and A Different Type of Way, side B, and Humble, which the only songs to release were Bleed Out, Counted Up, Cross the Line, and Hip Hop as the World's Anthem. Then that's where on June 19th, I finally figured out what I was going to do. And on June 20th, I figured out the release schedule of everything. And that's the full timeline of Don't Make Me Wait / My Fall Before My Eventual Rise. Now, if we move over to the second album, again, the proper start of it was July 7th, 2025. Right after, a little bit after, I just dropped. I just realized that the original title was either going to be Carbon or Carbine, but then I just combined them to make one full thing. Around on November 18th, I created the first track list, which has a song called Rockstar, the third song Carbon Carbine, 4 In What World, 5 Really Flexing, 6 How I Do It, 7 Lines, 8 is A Different Type of Way, side C, and 10 Jumpin', which some of those songs did not release. Rockstar didn't release, A Different Type of Way didn't release, Lines didn't release, Jumpin' didn't release. And I also got the idea to do a interlude, which that never happened. I was going to also do a thing where the outro was going to copy South Atlanta Baby, which I was going to do North Florida for real. Then around December 10th, I created a Back on Vinyl, which did not release. Then on December 11th, I formatted the first proper track list, which again, some of the songs didn't release. Around December 27th, I created the idea of What's My Name. On the 29th, I created It's Too Luxurious. Now going into 2026, still working on it. Created the 21st, I created Rage Records, which didn't release. Now on the 22nd, just a day later, I did Rockstar. Okay, so the full track list goes as this: Rockstar, Back on Vinyl, Carbon Carbine, Really Flexing, Rage Records, Lines with Alex Travis, 7 How I Do It, 8 What's My Name, 9 In What World featuring Sippy, 10 A Different Type of Way, side B, and 11 It's Too Luxurious. That was the full track list at the time. Then on the 18th of February, I created Winners. I created the idea of Winners. On February 20th, I created the ideas of which song would get a visual. Not a music video, but a visual. And what I was talking about earlier, Breakthrough and Not Like That are basically sibling tracks. Those were both the ideas for those were on February 22nd. Then on March 5th, did Before Violence. I bought the instrumental for Really Flexing on March 6th. Then the full amount of songs that were not really like correctly formatted was on March 10th, which every single song that I planned to put on the full release around 14 or 15 songs, which all of them are done. Actually no, Rage Records never got made. I created the lyrics for it. I wrote the whole thing. Just never really figured out what I wanted. I just never finished it. So Back on Vinyl, Before Violence, Carbon Carbine, Really Flexing, Rage Records, How I Do It, What's My Name, In What World, Every Type of Way I'd Be, It's Too Luxurious, Survivor, Winners, Not Like That, Jumpin'. I removed lines because I never figured out what lines would be. It would have been cool to get Alex Travis on it, but it just never worked out because I don't know, it didn't work how I wanted it to work. Now the first finished track list, which is not the final one, but the first finished one was on March 20th. 1 Chrome, 2 Not Like That, 3 Really Flexing, 4 Winners, 5 How I Do It, 6 Survivor, 7 Before Violence, 8 Carbon Carbine, 9 What's My Name, 10 In What World, and then 11 It's Too Luxurious. I guess It's Too Luxurious was always going to be the outro when I first made it. Because, yeah, when I look up, I don't really see it on here. Yeah, once after I made it, I realized it had to be the outro. I didn't have a choice. But so now moving to April 9th, the final track list, which is the one that we all know right now, which I don't need to say it. You can just look at it yourself. But the final track list is what we see now. And then I had to edit it to where Chrome had a visual, Survivor had a visual, What's My Name had a visual, and Before Violence had a visual. But then I also did, at the last minute, a visual for It's Too Luxurious because I just like that song a lot. But yeah, April 9th, once again, that was the day that I decided when I was going to release the lead single, the second single in the album, which released it 5 days apart from each other. Each single was released 5 days apart from each other, and then the album was released 5 days apart from the last single. There are a couple beats that I didn't use, which I'm going to have to look back at them. There was an interlude instrumental that I wanted to figure out, but I just never really figured it out. I don't know. It's kind of just, it never worked out. There are a lot of ideas that I never figured out, and I don't know. Now for Violence, Violence is definitely going to happen. I only have 3 songs that are actually made for it. There's not much going on here. No, there's like 4 songs. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5. There's like 4 or 5 songs that I currently have for Violence. And then I also have a mixtape that I don't necessarily want to leak right now. The title is supposed to be What Happened to Life. I don't really want, it's going to be a not really a lyrical miracle spiritual album, but it's going to be more lyrical than anything that I've done before because I want to try to do it. And I'm sure people who don't like being overly lyrical are not going to like it, which obviously that's going to happen. There are other releases that I could look into, but I don't know. Never really. I do have a full timeline of events that I want to try, which it really pains me that I can't tell you guys what my 5th album is going to be called, but I already kind of leaked what my 4th album will be called. Because if I'm doing my Oli first, Carbon second, Violence third, and I already leaked what this album is called. The 4th one is Ready to Crash. The fifth one. I don't want to leak what it is called because I want to keep it safe. I want to keep the concept of it hidden from view, but I also want to tell people what it is. But I also want to keep it hidden. I will say that it has a $sign in the title of it. That's all I'll say. And the album is going to be green. So I have an IP, not an IP. I have an EP concept called I Paid with Pain that I was kind of just feeling sad one day, and I just thought that through. But yeah, this is there's really not much else to say except for the fact that I do want to play some unreleased. Trust me, it's not going to be great. It's going to be all right. But I still want to show it off because it would be cool.
Bitch, I got Rex. 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 Bitch, I got Rex.
This is jumping.
Jump at the coop of the rock. Let's do it. Jump at the coop of the rock. Let's do it. Jump at the coop of the rock. Let's do it. Jump at the coop of the rock. Let's do it. Jump at the coop of the rock. Let's do it. You ain't got no swag. What you tryna get me for? You don't got no swagger. What you tryna get me for? Straight up pull and walk all over the floor. So my enemies know I care about them after a war.
I'm just gonna stop right there. I don't like it that much. I think it's kind of lame. The way that I was doing my vocal take is that I was not exactly, didn't really know what I was doing. I was still trying to figure out my flow and how loud I should be on a song. So it never really worked out. The next one's called Rockstar, which was the original intro before I changed it.
I'm a rock star. I've been making all this cash myself. I'm a rock star. I've been making all these songs myself. I'm a rock star. I've been making all these bands myself. I'm a rock star. I've been doing all this myself.
As you could tell, once again, not being loud enough. Kind of being quiet, not whispering. In real life, I was definitely not whispering. I was being loud for me, but for the mic, picking it up, it didn't work. Now I'm going to play the first version of Winners, which it sounds a little worse.
I came in with a beamer, I came in with a shooter. I came in with a hater, I came in with a zoomer. I ain't taking pills, I'm only ever taking wins. I ain't taking shit, I've only ever taken wins.
You could tell my voice was definitely breaking and cracking there, so I had to redo it where it sounded less like a baby voice, but it's still like my voice is not necessarily made to do that. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to do it. This one is called Breakthrough, which I explained this is a sister track to Not Like That, but there's a reason why I didn't release it. You might hear it and be like, hey, this is fine, but then I'll explain to why I don't like it. Hold on, let's play the whole thing.
Made it out of Cali, ayy, about to have my breakthrough. Made it to Georgia, now I'm about to take a break before getting right to Florida. Now I'm about to learn to go on tour. About to have a breakthrough, about to have a breakthrough. Swear I'm counting checks and writing rhymes with on my tour bus. Swear you don't understand, cause you ain't a part of my breakthrough. Cause
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop listening to this part right here.
breakthrough, about to have a breakthrough. Swear I'm counting checks and writing rhymes with on my tour bus.
When I said tour bus, I said it too high and I didn't like it. I felt like I was more I felt like that line was me more singing it, which I don't want to do. So that one line made me scrap the entire song. Not really. Okay, no. I'm not scrapping it. I'm just saving it for something else. I'm not being like Cardi and claiming that I'm saving something for something else and not doing it. I will drop this one day. Sorry in advance, but it will drop. Back on Vinyl is probably the best unreleased song that I have. So let's try that.
I don't really pen like that no more. Let's go. this game, I'm back on vinyl, yeah. I'm back in all this, I'm back in all this. Let's do it. You act like you're about that I'll see you ever. You want me to scrap this album just because whatever. If I don't go number one, I'm assuming there's a giant error, cause I'm better than most of the rappers, I got some real treasure. Flat as a feather when I rap, but I'll still put you in a stretcher. Go into Universal, tell them they got a successor.
You could tell it's mildly better than the other ones, but I had to make the track list only 11 songs, and this one just did not fit in there because there are certain songs that I had to add just because they felt right. The last one is a different type of Wayside C, which me not dropping this kind of breaks my series of dropping a different type of Wayside blank every new album. I'll try it again one day, but right now it didn't work out. Let's try it. Sounds kind of basic too, but let's listen to it.
All my cars I put a star, ain't that funny? All my cars I put a star, ain't that funny? Call me the Grinch, got anger money. Bring it to the bank like what's happened to ya. Tell them count that cheese till they hate for funny. Get bread there, find a spread, how about honey? Yeah, that's good, now it's album worthy. But don't trust honey, your money will get stolen. Lock your door so nothing will get broken. Head to anger management, I don't got problems. Head out with my SAT, dragon skills I'm Prada. I couldn't drop a different type of Wayside B, so I just dropped C. I was just so bored, so I had to copy me. All of a sudden, people think the underground should sell like 100,000. I think that's kind of crazy. Smell scare represents the level of Nostradamus.
So yeah, that's side C. It's okay. I think the beat is the beat is not the greatest thing. I wish the beat was more like more hitting. Oh, okay. I think I just accidentally wait. No, I just realized I'm not linking anything. I forgot my screen is on the hold on screen, so I didn't. I could just. Yeah, I got some other. I definitely do. I have an idea for this. I have an idea for this cover art because I like this cover art. I didn't have anything to do. I don't have anything to do with it right now, but I have an idea. I have an idea for something that I'm going to do with this. I just need a little time to figure it out. I don't think I'm ready to show this yet. Definitely not ready to show this. I mean, this is going to be way after. I guess this is the first alternative cover for the album, which if I had this album on vinyl, this would be the cover art for the vinyl album. And if I had this album on CD, this is probably what the CD version of it would look like. Just because it looks interesting, I guess. I don't know. I thought it would be something. I mean, I wanted multiple different cover arts. The original plan for this cover art was actually a lot different than what it looks like. But I mean, it still works. So what I should have done is I should have put this black. I should have put the black side on this side, and then had the text a different color. So, but I mean, it's already released. Okay, well, I'm gonna hope nobody saw that. I didn't show anything bad. I kind of leaked something that I don't need people seeing immediately. I still have the Can't Be Messed With file. I don't think you guys realize how much I regret. I kind of regret making. I kind of regret making Can't Be Messed With. It's not just because of the awkward video. It's just the lyricism is all right. It's just the delivery and the instrumental was not something that I'm proud of. I like Another Level though. I think Another Level is a really good song. I don't really understand why people don't like it. Oh, I have an unreleased song called John Gotti that I will never make again. It was gonna be a Campy Mess with Part 2. But the song eventually turned into Before Violence. Like the structure of the lyrics and the flow eventually turned into that. Wait, what is this one? Pop and pop. This is the yeah, that's the instrumental for Another Level. That's how I do it. And then this is yeah. I wish I had the original instrumental for the original version of Another Level, or not Another Level, Before Violence, but I don't. Are there any songs on here? Yeah, like this. This is a that was gonna be a random Christmas Day single that I never finished. Just didn't work out. This is a different type of Wayside Sea, I think. Yep. I just don't like overly basic trap beats that sound similar to something that I've already heard before. Cause I'm okay with Future, but when I do it, it's not as interesting. I don't think I have. What else? I mean, I still have the image for Aggression. The Aggression video. Yeah, there's not really much else to show here. My YouTube thumbnails haven't changed either because I haven't uploaded a main channel video in a while. Should probably delete these screenshots. I don't need them. I made this. Yeah, just ignore the name of it. Ignore the name, but this is definitely like this is something that I tried to make. I mean, I did make it, but I mean, it's something. Looks weird, but I try my best to make it look a little good. The thing is, once Cardi, or if he ever drops Baby Boy, I would have to remake this, and I don't entirely remember how I made it. I don't know. We'll see if he ever drops Baby Boy at all. If it even has anything. But there's really not much else for me to show. And this is the image that I made for the video for me and Sippy's one. I had to add the parental advisory explicit content one because he was saying words. Of course, I'm not signed into OneDrive. I don't like OneDrive. Anyways. See, I would like to show what this is, but it's also not even made yet. I don't know if I definitely can't show this because this is an unreleased song that I have not gotten a chance to show anybody. But I mean, I guess I'll show. I'll show the visuals. This one's cool. See how it goes away after a little bit, like those 2000s MTV music videos. Yeah, I was in a okay, so I never really seen anybody do a music video inside of a VR game. I know that people have made VR videos that can like a regular videos that are made in 3D, so VR users can interact with it. But I've never seen anybody actually take a VR game and use it for a video in this type of way.
way up. Try to go forever, don't give a.
See that part right there where I reload the clip? I'm surprised that it even worked the way that I wanted it to work. Because
Way up.
the game was causing me a lot of issues with reloading for a little bit.
Beat of the hell.
Like right here. I'm surprised that it actually let me reload in the way that it did. I'm lucky.
Way up. Try to go forever, don't give.
This scene took me so much time to
Beat of the
record.
hell. Windows all the way up.
I recorded this at like 6 or 8 a.m. Between 6 and 8 p.m. I was trying to do it last minute, which I keep doing things. I still feel like I should have delayed this album a little bit because I was not ready for it to drop at all. I already released it like a month in advance. Or I released it like a month or two in advance, but I still felt like I wasn't ready at all. Especially, I was thinking about delaying the stream like a day or two, but I just still made it. I mean, I think I started streaming a minute early. So, yeah, there's not really much else for me to say. I've already been live for almost 2 hours. I think that's how time works. But, yeah, 1,000 subscribers on my main channel for a Discord server. And, yeah.